path to graduation is different for every student of the Carmel School District. Along the way, there are valuable lessons learned both in and outside the classroom. In the end, what makes a Carmel graduate?
About 2 years ago, the district embarked on the strategic planning process, and we started with Carmel Cafe, which was kind of a revitalization of something that's happened in Carmel for a long time, and that kicked off this process.
Our goal or our purpose as a district is to educate the whole child. So not only are we looking at academics, we're looking at social emotional intelligence, learning. We're looking at the importance of partnerships, community partnerships.
Some are parents, some are staff, some are students, teachers, administrators, community members, who all had input to talk about what's important to the school community, what we do well, what we think we could improve upon, and what we would like to see our students ultimately look like when they leave Carmel High School.
We identified 6 areas that the district will be focusing on.
Creativity, compassion,
Critical thinking,
Citizenship,
collaboration.
And did we get communication?
No.
Communication.
Communication is... Communication is, I think, celebrating. Communication means talking to someone. You can talk. I know how beluga whales communicate. Like if you talk to somebody, that's communication. You can do it in a bunch of different ways. Yeah, you could do it with your hands. Using your hands. Use hand language and motions. If someone's not paying attention, just give them a little nudge. We make notes to our friends. Looking at someone on a walkie-talkie, sharing your thoughts. Talk to each other or text.
telephone, texting back and forth, email. I've emailed you plenty of times. I think I've driven you nuts.
Communication is being able to get your point across to your colleagues or classmates and in effective ways, like show your ideas and skills.
Yeah, it's so important to network and just being able to work with others, especially in high school.
I think you use it in sports.
I think communication is when you're having a conversation with someone and they listen to your ideas and you listen to theirs, so both people are doing the talking and both people are understanding what each other's saying.
Being able to explain or help someone with something. If they don't understand a topic in math, then you would have to give them like a mini lesson or be like a tutor to them and help them, but you have to communicate in a way that they can understand you.
Communication is being able to get your idea across in a way that's not really hostile.
Many problems in the world, just in general, are based off miscommunication.
How do I say this? It's like you can do something better. You talk to one another so that you can work as a group and do it better.
Creativity is when you think outside the box.
Out of the box.
Outside of the box.
Think outside the box.
Outside the box.
Thinking outside of the box.
I don't even know where the box is, so we're good.
Maybe if there's a problem you're asked and most people would answer it one way, it's black and white, but then once you think outside of the box and you see that there are other possibilities to come up with a solution.
Making something. Makerspace? Oh, yeah. Makerspace? Makerspace is where you make cool activities.
You can be really creative with robotics, mechanical engineering.
Create an airplane, chairs you create, books, paper plates, a lot of other things.
I show my creativity through art.
Art. Fancy art. Lots of art.
Art, definitely art.
Creativity is more than just art and music. It's being innovative and coming up with new ideas.
Everybody can be creative, and it's not just necessarily in art or music. It could be in problem solving and the different methods that you use to find an answer to something.
It's where you have a lot of imagination.
When you're trying to make something like out of your own imagination.
Using your own imagination to create things.
Could like imagine something and draw it down and then try to create it.
I think creativity shows your personality.
It's what makes you stick out from others, and everyone is creative in their own ways.
It has a lot to do with uniquity and being able to create something from scratch that's new and beautiful that nobody else can really do your way.
Thinking in your own way.
Using your own thinking.
Well, yeah, what you said.
Creativity is just being unique, not doing something that everybody else is doing, but trying to bring new ideas to the table.
Collaboration is when there's like two collisions, how somebody acts. That's just what I'm guessing. Still don't know what it means. Collaboration is teamwork. Working together, like building something together. If you want to build something and someone wants to help, that's collaborating. Like activities or jobs. Or we had to make decisions together. We had to work together to figure it out. Me and him were partners.
It could be in any environment. It could be at school. It could be in work.
Well, say like for me, I work at Wendy's and we have to work with other people. Maybe you don't want to work with them necessarily, but you work together to get the job done.
Well, it's a good skill because in the workplace you're gonna use it plenty of times, and that's when you need to learn not to be the person who's got their feet up on the desk during the project.
Things that they want to do isn't what you want to do.
Even if you aren't very good friends with your partner, you would still have to find a way to solve whatever you're doing.
I think that like in a team, you're able to just put out like such a better like result than just as an individual when you just bring everyone's skills together.
It's really important to know how to work well with others.
Working together.
Yeah, working together to reach a common goal. Collaboration is very important, especially when you're on a team. Like for me, I play baseball, and in order to collaborate, in order to play well, we have to collaborate to the best of our ability.
You're going to be working with people for the rest of your life, and if you're able to have that collaboration in high school, you're going to be 100% successful later on in life.
It's teamwork. That's all it is. I thought I nailed that one. All right, we can redo it if you want me to. I believe you get more work done collaborating with 2 or 3 more people than just yourself.
It's not just one person contributing, it's everybody contributing equally.
Collaboration. There we go. We're so synchronized today.
Citizenship is when you do stuff with other citizens. I think it means like 2 grown-ups like friends. It's somebody that's on a ship. It's someone in like a state or country and they're nice. To be a good citizen means pick up trash in the hallway. Recycle. By picking up garbage. Pick up garbage for birds and other animals don't get sick. Pick up garbage from the beach. Mow the lawn and I think jury duty.
Community service.
I think citizenship is being part of a community and doing your share in the entire school of just being kind to someone, doing your work.
Visiting with seniors or dog sitting, just helping the community or like planting trees.
Really getting involved in your community and being like an active member of your society.
Being like a part of the community, it just really brings everyone together, and especially Carmel, I think it's like a great community.
Definitely helping out with different aspects in the classroom and outside as well, which the school really helps us achieve.
People in your town help out with something. Like if you wanted to build something for the community, they can help you figure out how to build it.
Disrespecting others for who they are.
Doing different community service projects to help your town.
Belonging to something that's greater than yourself.
What is critical thinking?
Critical thinking is when you have to use your 5 senses to think of the best best way to solve a problem.
When you think about something and you're doing it in a good thinking way.
Trying to sound intelligent, kind of.
Our brains help us think. Big thinking. Thinking in your head. You gotta think deeper. Our brains have all the ideas for us to think. When you have something in your mind and you're like figuring out what it is. Like when you don't know a math question and it's too hard, you could just think deeper.
Let's say you have to like focus on a project. You do know how to like do the steps to get it, but you don't know what the ending part is. Think of different ways to get to the ending part.
It's like a puzzle. You have to try and find pieces that go together.
Thinking critically means really assessing whatever situation you're doing.
You can definitely apply it to other things in life.
You have to use it throughout your whole day just to get certain things done. You need it for math, science, ELA, social studies.
We really use it in every class. Any class, depending on what you're doing.
We basically do it everywhere.
So it'd be kind of problem solving.
It's like a challenging problem that you can take apart and work on it, and then you put it back together.
Critical thinking is being able to analyze information and being able to apply it to whatever situation you're in.
Not just skimming the surface and looking past the original answer that you might find to find the true understanding of it.
Critical thinking is analyzing something on a deeper level than that which it's presented.
Not simply taking what you're told for granted, asking questions, not trying to just get the what, but trying to understand the why.
Critical thinking is figuring like another way to get your answer and like being intuitive and finding the deeper meaning to the answer.
Compassion is
When you're passionate about something. No, I've heard the word passionate. I'm compassionate about doing ice hockey. I'm compassionate about science. I'm compassionate about soccer. I've heard the word, but I just don't know what it means.
Compassion is really understanding others and making sure that they're understood and that you help them. We have a program in our school where people can go and like once a week hang out with and play with the special education kids.
I think of love and like friendship.
People show it on a daily basis with their friendships.
It has to do with caring for one another and having love for one another and respecting each other.
To be respectful to people, you have to just not kick them, not punch or slap.
Trying to put yourself in their position and trying to really understand how they're feeling. And it helps you connect with people better because instead of understanding how you might perceive them, you understand how they feel.
I feel like that means it's something inside you.
Compassion is to show empathy to others.
having empathy for others and being able to see where other people come from.
I think it's feeling for others.
You can feel what they're feeling, you can think what they're thinking.
This is compassion right here.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think of compassion is a student helping other students when they're being bullied or being dragged down.
Yeah, like helping each other out.
By helping each other. When something is hard for them, I'll help them figure out what it is.
Understanding and kindness just as a whole for anything that anyone's going through.
Caring for somebody, whether you understand it or not.
Critical thinking, compassion, creativity, citizenship, communication, and collaboration.
Without all of like the 6 C's, I don't know, like especially where I'd be, there's always a chance to speak up, there's always a chance to be creative. In the art classes, you can go to the makerspace, you could go sing, you could do whatever you want, and there's just, each of the 6 C's, there's always an opportunity to do something with it at Carmel High School, or even any of the schools.
We believe that the students have been using the 6 C's since they entered school, or probably before that, when they interact with friends and family members. But certainly from the time that they enter kindergarten, they are collaborating, they are communicating, they're being creative. And our hope is that we can develop each area, each C, so to speak, appropriately for them between K through 12. And when they leave us, our hope is that they will have developed, each of those areas into something that they can actually put to use throughout the rest of their life.